2023 has been an absolutely amazing year for men's fashion and fashion in general. So many new and wonderful, inviting fashion trends that not only challenge people who are really seasoned in menswear, but also really educate and assist people who need a little bit of help with dressing and make it really easy to look good and to not only follow the trends, but to also pick clothes that are gonna last and feel amazing and look better and better over time. With the evolution of how style is consumed and how style is even brought about, this year has really brought us some really high ups and some really low lows. But I really want to talk about all the good stuff that's come out this year, stuff that I've discovered, and I also want to hear about what you guys have found, what your new style is, what you're feeling, what you're not feeling, and I also want to help some of the new guys who are just getting into menswear but really aren't sure where to start. It's really crazy how TikTok, how YouTube, and the way that brands market and present themselves has really changed the way that men have dressed so exponentially over the past 3 years. And I feel like the smaller brands are really creating and paving the way for what's really hot right now, which is the absolute opposite of what it used to be. And I'm really here for it because these guys in these smaller brands really love and really feel menswear and men's fashion and are truly paving the way for timeless luxury and quality fashion that's accessible, that's much more environmentally responsible, and makes sure that the longer that you have these garments, the better they're gonna look. So that's why today I want to talk about my favorite fashion trends as of fall 2023. And no, these aren't set in stone, and I'm not saying that I'm always right, and I'm not saying that I'm always on the money. This is more of an observation and a combination of things I've noticed within the industry and having influenced for years now. So the first trend that I want to talk about is the resurgence of heritage style and its blend of Americana. Basically, we all know it. Raw selvage denim is coming back. Denim as a whole is coming back, especially with so many new and creative brands that are really reimagining the jean, or at least taking historical nods and revamping them in ways we've never seen. The first brand that comes to mind is Bronson MFG, because what they've done to make raw selvage denim accessible, and not just raw selvage denim, but heritage style and repro vintage pieces as a whole at a really reasonable price point. I don't know how they do it, but the stuff that they make really looks absolutely amazing, and I love the nods of history that they provide in the descriptions, and I really love their use of hardware and utility, the different fabrics that they use, and how you can tell they really love denim, but they also show just as much love to the rest of their heritage pieces. Another brand that comes to mind that's a little bit more on the Americana side is Wyeth New York, which I really love. Their merchandising, their styling, the fabrics that they use, the models that they use, everything that they use is right on the money perfect. I love the cowboy western kind of vibe, and I love how beautifully vibrant the entire collection feels. And some of my favorite pieces include their natural indigo rider jacket or hunting jacket that's made of a 90% cotton and a 10% linen. And as most of us know, anything that's dyed with indigo is gonna fade naturally just like a pair of jeans. Another one of my favorites is their satin western shirt, especially the one in an emerald color. That to me is one of my favorite menswear pieces of 2023. The elegance, the effortlessness, the color, the fabric, the details, everything about this shirt just screams to me not only trend, but modern yet timeless men's fashion, and is a garment that I think can literally transcend time because of how expertly done it is. And finishing off with the whole Americana and heritage style trend, you have brands like Thursday Boot Company that are making really amazing Western boots. I actually own my own pair in the Western Adobe color, I think, and I wear these almost every day now, and they really hold up very well. And a lot of people are hopping on the Tacova wave, and I think that that's pretty cool too, because they also have amazing boots that not only complement the trend but accentuate any outfit within this style. Next up, we got floral and botanical prints. This one is my personal favorite style trend because I feel like the floral print is one of the most timeless yet fashion forward and easy to wear prints that I've ever seen in menswear and just fashion as a whole. And they've always had staying power, and they've always been around in pretty much any collection, and they always class up literally any outfit if done right. Floral and botanical prints are one of the easiest ways to bring color into your outfit, especially if you're not really one who knows how to make a proper outfit using colors. So this makes it really easy for you to start color matching with different pieces and make an outfit really interesting if you're just getting into menswear. Some of my favorite brands that are using floral and botanical prints are brands like Harago, which uses a lot of florals that are very prevalent in their collection and mixes that with the kind of Americana vibe that we talked about before. And these garments garments are so meticulously crafted with hand embroideries, natural dyes. This brand is the perfect example of brands that are paving the way for men's fashion in the future to come. Even heritage brands like Naked and Famous have their own floral shirts that are made to go with literally everything. And for those in the raw denim world, you guys definitely know how knowledgeable Naked and Famous is on trend, and you know how much care and time they take into making each and every single garment, even if it's not denim. So this is definitely proof that floral and botanical prints are definitely here to stay. And if you still don't believe me, then believe Dior, because the fashion show that they had in Mumbai was so prevalent with botanical and floral prints, and they really embraced the color, the style, and the grace of floral and botanical printed garments. There's a lot of sources that prove to us that florals and botanicals are here to stay. Next up, we have the whole hand-loomed and textured fabric movement, and basically this is popularized by brands like 18 East, 316, Story MFG, and an Indian brand called Cardo that's really priding themselves in making clothes the way that they used to be made. And when you think about it, we have a lot of vintage clothing that is widely available to a lot of people because clothes were just made better back then. And these brands are popularizing making clothes that were made like they used to be. And with that is the hand looming and the meticulous attention to detail that fabrics used to be given, as well as creating and using dyes that aren't harmful to the environment or the fiber. Because believe it or not, there are a lot of dyes that actually aren't good for fibers and are actually ruining and deteriorating your clothes by default. So these brands are definitely pushing the movement to create clothes that are gonna last a long time, that feel and look amazing with their texture, and making clothes the way that they used to be, so this way they last and they look even better and better over time. Some of my favorite garments from these brands include my Left Field NYC Cheyenne Western Natural Indigo Denim shirt. And basically this shirt is made from a group of women in Thailand that grow their own cotton as well as their own indigo fera, and they make their own dye and dye the fibers themselves, weave the fabric themselves, and Left Field buys this fabric and makes one of the most beautiful denim shirts that I've ever seen. And this is a shirt that's gonna age beautifully and just looks and feels exquisite. Another one of my favorites in this category is my 18 East Raw Denim Fishing Wader Pant. And basically this is a really interesting raw denim pant that's not a traditional raw denim. It's not even a jean. It has a cinch hem, a cinch waistband. It's fading down beautifully, even though I've only worn it for about a week straight, maybe 2 weeks. And I know that I'm gonna have this garment for a really long time. For the last trend, I want to talk about tailoring and the resurgence of the old money aesthetic, the Gatsby aesthetic, Ivy, and just European fine tailoring and clothing as a whole. So when you really think about it, I think that this trend is really built upon what's available in the thrift shops and in all of these vintage shops. I think that finding these clothes is so cheap and is so easy and is so accessible to a lot of people in a lot of places, pretty much everywhere. So when you have all these people buying the same kind of style of clothing, people are going to take their own creative spin on it, and you're going to notice a trend. So I think that this is definitely built upon the availability, and that's not a bad thing. I just think that's how it started. But basically double-breasted suits, sport coats, blazers, tailored pants, pleats, all of these different things I think are coming back into trend. And this is one trend that I think is going to get even more popular next year because of how many people are catching on to it. And I'm here for it, man. I mean, I love a really nice plaid blazer, or sport coat I should say, something with a little bit of texture. One of my favorites is my custom-made Laurel Piana jacket that I made for myself, and I really love the woolen cashmere feel, the shoulder pleats, the pocket details, and I think it goes so well with my tan houndstooth flannel pants. And this is a double pleated pant with the side tab treatment, so it has no belt loops and it has cuffs, which I really love. And I wear this pant with sport coats as much as I do with the t-shirt. I think this is a really fun and exciting trend that's gonna class up streetwear a little bit, and I really can't wait to see how it's gonna evolve and take on a life of its own. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I really appreciate you listening to me rant about what I think is popular in the fashion world. I know there's gonna be a lot of people that disagree with me, and there's gonna be a lot of people that do agree with me. So let me know down in the comments what you guys are really feeling this year and what you're really not feeling. Feel free to let me know if you agree with me. Feel free to let me know if you disagree. I'm always here for it, and I love the feedback. And also, I'm sorry if the sound in this video is a little weird. I just got this new mic, and I'm not a sound guy. I'm not a video guy. I'm just a guy with the camera that talks about fashion, so I really don't know how this works. So just bear with me. I really appreciate everything though. Thank you for sticking around. So with that being said, thank you guys again, and I'll see you next week.